Good morning, students. Welcome to science class. Yesterday we have learned what is adaptation, and we have also learned the animals choose their habitat according to their physical appearance and body covering. Yes, now in today's session we are going to learn about the feeding habits and breathing habits in animals. Do you remember the famous nursery rhyme? मछली जल की रानी है, जीवन उसका पानी है, हाथ लगाओ डर जाएगी, बाहर निकालो मर जाएगी. Why aquatic animals breathe through gills? And that is why fish is not able to breathe outside water, and that is why it dies. Like this way, different animals have different breathing organs depending on their habitat. For example, reptiles, mammals, birds, they have lungs to breathe. Birds, reptile and mammals breathe through lungs. Aquatic animals breathe through, yes, correct, gills. And amphibians, they use both moist skin and lungs to breathe. Yes, when frog is in water, it breathes through skin, and when it is on land, it breathes through lungs. Then earthworm lives in soil. It breathes through moist skin. Then you know that whales and dolphin also aquatic animals, but they are not breathing through gills. Then how they are breathing? Yes, see, whale and dolphins are mammals, and mammals breathe through lungs. So for breathing they have to come to the surface of water. Whales and dolphins have blowholes, like we have nostrils, like that way whale and dolphins have blowholes, and these dolphins and whales are not able to absorb the dissolved oxygen in water. Yes, so get the oxygen, they have to come to the surface, and through these blowholes they breathe. Understood? Whale and dolphin come to the surface at some intervals. Then insects have tiny openings on their body. Then how will they get oxygen? They have tiny openings on their body, and these openings are called spiracles, and they have a network of tubes in their body, and through these network of tube directly each and every part gets oxygen. Understood? So this is how the animals use their organ to adapt their habitat. Yes, and they have special characteristics. Then depending on the food habits, animals are divided into three groups. Herbivore, that feed on plants and grass. Carnivores feed on flesh of other animals, and omnivore, they eat both flesh of animals, other animals, and plant or grass. And there are scavengers also. These type of animals or these scavengers feed on flesh of dead and decaying animals. Getting? These scavengers play a very important role in nature. They keep nature clean. Yes. So depending on their food habits, animals are divided into different types. Now, depending on their food habits, animals have different types of teeth, claws and beak. Yes, herbivore, as you know that they feed on grass and plants. They have sharp incisors and broad molars. That incisors help to cut the plant or grass, and molars help them to grind. You have learned in 4th standard that we have 4 different types of teeth: incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Incisors are biting teeth, canines are tearing teeth, and premolars are cracking teeth, and molars are grinding teeth. Yes, so herbivores have incisors and molars. Then carnivores feed on flesh of other animals, so they have very sharp pointed canines, and these canines help them to tear flesh. The animals like tiger, you have seen tiger, then lion, yes, fox, wolf, they have these types of teeth. Then omnivores, they feed on both plants and flesh of other animal, so they have canines and molars. Canine to teeth the flesh of other animals, and molars to chew the meat. So in birds they have different types of claws and beaks to catch the food and eat the food. Yes, in chart you will see the different types of claws and beaks. Yes, and these big different types of beaks and claws help them to catch their food and eat the food. Parrot have curved beak that helps them to crack the nuts and hard seeds. Then you have seen the vultures and eagles, they have hook like beak that helps them to tear the flesh of, yes, other animals, and they have talons, that curved claws, yes, so that helps them to catch and hold the prey. The wading animals have thin, long, and their toes are spread. These type of legs help them to walk on marshy places. Then the sparrow, they have cone-like beak that helps them to catch the grains and small insect. Then the bird like hummingbird, they have a long tube-like beak that helps them to suck the nectar from flowers. So depending on the habitat and the food they eat, they have different animals have different types of teeth, claws and beaks. Understood? The insects have long, thin, tube-like mouth part that is called proboscis, and these helps them to suck the nectar. Butterflies suck the nectar. and these tube-like structure help them to suck the nectar from the flowers. Then mosquitoes have needle-like structure that helps them to prick into the body of other animals and suck blood from their body. In today's session we have learned every animal develop different feeding habits according to their habitat and body structure. We have also learned that different animals have different breathing organs. Like terrestrial animals, birds, mammals, reptiles, they have lungs. The aquatic animals, they have gills. Then amphibians, they breathe through moist skin. And the aquatic mammals like whale and dolphin breathe through their lungs. Yes, and they have to come to the surface for breathing, and they breathe air, they inhale air through blowholes. Earthworm breathe through their moist skin. So we are going to stop here. Now you have to note down your today's homework. Yes, now you have to note down the homework. You have to solve question number 4 of worksheet number 4.4 and question number 2 of worksheet 4.5 in your application. Yes, now you have to go through this video. You have to read the textbook and try to solve the questions. Here